This video is for anybody who has ever experienced imposter syndrome. You know, that sense that somehow you don't belong, you don't fit in, you don't measure up. I know I've sure experienced that, and most good leaders have. It's often a demon that we wrestle with. But here's the deal. When we're experiencing imposter syndrome, it's not true, first of all, and that's the thing that's really important to remember. That's what I have to remember when that plays out in my head. A, it's not true. And B, we got those patterns of thinking legitimately. When we came into the world, we were feral little creatures, and we became domesticated. Through that domestication process, we learned to restrict and constrict our energy from that 360 wide open feral little creature energy into something that we considered culturally normal and socially acceptable. So we restricted and constricted who we are, how we show up in the world. And whenever we push against that edge of that programming that helped us survive and thrive in the first few years of our life, when we push up against that edge and step outside of that programming that's so instilled in us, when we step outside of our comfort zone, it will evoke that self-doubt. It will evoke that deep questioning, and that sense of not belonging, not fitting in, not being good enough, being a failure, being worthless. All of those demons, those ghosts will come to the surface. But the truth is, none of that is real. It's all a figment of your imagination, something that is a holdover from your domestication process. When that voice comes up in your head, don't buy into it. Don't believe it. In fact, the more you can detach yourself from that voice and just listen and hear it and recognize it's back. Here it is again. It's not true. Doubt has creeped in. This is the first step to tackling imposter syndrome and not letting it get in the way of you being your best self.